Our parenting. The phone. Such an important, ubiquitous part of our lives. What are we supposed to do? Wait till our children get married before we can make phone calls? How do we deal with it? There's a classic family circus cartoon where Jeffy, the young son, says to his older sister Dolly, he's holding all these treats, all pieces of cake and cookies, and says, if you want all the good stuff, just ask Mom repeatedly when she's on the phone. What do we do when we're on a call and our children are bothering us? 3 ideas. Number 1, don't be embarrassed and don't be ashamed to put your hand up to tell the person that you're on the phone with, can you wait a moment? I just have to deal with my children. And don't be embarrassed to do it twice or 3 times. And the reason probably that we're such a hard time with that is because we are afraid the other person is judging us as a bad parent. But come on, what's the real truth? The real truth is that they're saying, thank God that's not my kid. We shouldn't be ashamed to say, just wait a moment, please. Number 2, if our children are old enough to understand, explain to them the triage model. When a person comes into the ER, there are 3 levels that they're immediately assessed. Red, yellow, and green. Red means critical, life-threatening. It needs immediate attention. Yellow means not life-threatening, but critical, needs to be dealt with in the near future. And green means not threatening, could wait. And based on what level a person is, that's how they are seen in the emergency room. We need to teach our children to be able to assess what is red, what is yellow, what is green. If it's red, we interrupt mommy or daddy right away. If it's yellow, maybe we need to wait a little bit. We need to assess. Maybe we can put up our finger. If it's green, it can wait. And we need to help our children understand, sometimes maybe more than once, that a cookie or an ices is not red. And finally, the last thing is that we need to assess for ourselves if perhaps we are spending too much time on the phone when our children are around. Yes, we need to make phone calls. Yes, we need that connection. And yes, there are things that are important, but sometimes things aren't pressing. It's impressive. Recently, I was on the phone with a parent, and the parent said to me, I'm sorry, I thought I had time to talk to you now, but I need to deal with my children. And I was very impressed with that. And we need to be able to do that at times. Yes, we need to make our phone calls, but we need to assess when it's really important. So 3 ideas. Number 1, we need to be able to tell our children, to tell the person we're on the phone with, to please wait a moment so we can address our children. And even if it's more than once, and even if it's more than twice or 3 times. Number 2, we need to teach our children to be able to assess what is important to interrupt us and what is important not. And finally, we need to assess ourselves if maybe we're spending too much time on the phone. Have a beautiful day and enjoy your children.